Let me introduce to you our United States Congressman, David Kustoff.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you all very much. Wow. Thank you very much. Senator, we appreciate you and we appreciate your leadership in the Tennessee Senate and your experience, and look forward for more from you to come. If I could, for a moment, Chairman, you've gotten a lot of accolades tonight. We appreciate you and your team. You all have done a terrific job. Thank you, Chairman Tudor. Thank you very much. You know, there are probably at least two other former party chairmen that I've seen tonight. They know how tough it is to do this and do it successfully. John Ryder and Bill Watkins. Let's give them a hand. Thank you. Got to tell you, I'm really excited because in 11 days, we're going to elect a new United States Senator. And Bill Hagerty, I couldn't be more proud that you've offered yourself for this position, and then in 11 days, you're going to be our United States Senator, Bill Hagerty. Bill. All right, Chairman Golden, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you come here for just a moment?
Oh, a lot of voices.
Yeah. Now, you know, every 4 years, somebody like you, somebody like me comes up and says something about an election. What does somebody like us say?
This election is the most important election.
Okay, you did that beautifully. Thank you, Chairman Golden. Now go sit down. Okay. That's right. Now, this is the most important election that you voted in. And I don't care if you're 18 years of age or if you're 98 years of age, this is it. And I realize that tonight I'm preaching to the choir. Everybody here is voting for Donald Trump. You're voting for Bill Hagerty. You're voting all the way down the line for Congress, for the state legislature. But as Kerry Vaughn said, we depend on you all to make sure that everybody goes out and votes all the way down the line. There are three really important legacy-type issues that are going to be decided depending on who wins. And as I get to that, I think about these past 4 years, and I think about it this time 4 years ago, and you know what all the pundits were saying, and everybody on television and everybody that you read, saying Hillary Clinton's got it in the bag. She was measuring her curtains. And we all know that that didn't work out the way she wanted it to or the way they wanted it to. And frankly, I think President Trump has done a terrific job as our president, and I couldn't be more proud than to serve with him. You know, you think about before COVID, before just a few months ago, we had one of the strongest economies that we've seen in our nation's history, and you all know that. Record low unemployment across the line, across the country, at all socioeconomic levels. And when COVID hit, and that's hard to believe, it's just been a little over 7 months ago, he took it and he led. Remember, one of the cries was, we don't have enough ventilators. And President Trump ordered under the Defense Production Act the production of ventilators, and we don't hear anything about a shortage of ventilators anymore. He commissioned Operation Warp Speed so that the therapeutics and the vaccines could be developed and produced and cut through a lot of the FDA red tape. And we do now have therapeutics to treat COVID-19. And soon, I think we'll have more than one vaccine that's available to treat this terrible virus that has afflicted so many. But there are three issues that I leave you with tonight. So if you talk to anybody who's still undecided, we want to make sure that the right person is in charge. And I'll start off with judges. Now, I will say this. I couldn't be more proud of Judge Amy Coney Barrett. And ladies and gentlemen, next week, she's going to be confirmed as an Associate Justice of the United States Supreme Court. Now, that's legacy-type stuff. President Trump will have nominated and had confirmed 3 United States Supreme Court justices. And when you think about that, there are over 200 federal judges who serve for life that President Trump has nominated and confirmed. And I tell you, 2 are here in the Western District of Tennessee, Tommy Parker and Mark Norris, your former colleague. And they're both doing terrific jobs and rave reviews from the bar. Now, you know the flip side of that. If there's a President Joe Biden, then he's going to nominate those judges. He's going to nominate Supreme Court justices, and we can't afford that as a nation. We need to reelect President Trump, and that's the first reason. The second reason is law and order. And Commissioner Morrison, I know that's something that you deal with on the local level, Mayor Wisman, Mayor Palazzolo, at the local, state, and federal level. Our law enforcement in this nation, they're under siege. And I've got to tell you, I think we all know and we all respect peaceful protest. This was a nation, after all, founded on peaceful protest. But we've seen people go beyond that, vandalizing and burning buildings and threatening law enforcement. We need a strong leader who is going to appoint strong law enforcement to make sure that we keep the peace. That's the job of any government. And we need to reelect President Trump so that we continue to have a good, strong Attorney General in Bill Barr, and we get to keep our U.S. Attorney Mike Donovan. And our new Marshal, Tyrese Miller, who's doing a great job. Because think about what the alternative is. And think about what a President Joe Biden would do to law enforcement in this country. The third thing, and I've seen this firsthand, and this truly is legacy type stuff. I had a vote earlier this year, just a few months ago, in the House of Representatives that would have made Washington, D.C. the 51st state. Now, you all have had your history classes. Harmon, you're in school. You know this. You know that Washington, D.C. was never intended to be a state, right? You've learned that. Okay. Now, the vote, I know this is going to shock you. Pelosi put this bill on the floor. It passed on party lines. All the Democrats voted for it. The Republicans voted against it. Fortunately, we've got Mitch McConnell leading in the United States Senate. It didn't come up for a vote. Now, play this out with me for just a moment. If there is a President Joe Biden, and Bill Hagerty, I don't want you to be serving in the minority in the United States Senate. I'm in the minority in the House of Representatives. It sucks. It really does. I don't want Nancy Pelosi as my speaker anymore. I want Kevin McCarthy as the Speaker of the House. But play this out. If Joe Biden were to be elected and the Democrats took the Senate and the Democrats kept the House of Representatives, D.C. will become the 51st state in the country. Puerto Rico may become the 52nd state in the country. That's going to be 2 more or 4 more United States senators. You can play that down the line. Oh, by the way, Eric Holder, the former Attorney General of the United States, he said in an interview last week that if D.C. became a state, he's running for the United States Senate. So when we say, and when Chairman Golden tells you that this election is the most important election that you will have voted in, It is absolutely true. I shudder to think about the loss of the way that we live, our American way of life, our freedoms. You know, I don't want to insult anybody here that likes Nancy Pelosi. Maybe. Nancy Pelosi is 80 years old. Her number 2 is 80 years old. Her number 3 is 79 or 80 years old. Behind them in line is AOC and Tlaib and Omar. That's the future of the party. And if Joe Biden were to be elected, he's beholden to that part of the Democrat Party. And you know, I think about what a Biden administration would look like. I think about Elizabeth Warren, the Secretary of the Treasury. My chairman of my Financial Services Committee, Maxine Waters, will probably be on the Federal Reserve Board. You can play that all the way down the line. AOC may be Secretary of Energy. It's scary. He would be beholden to the left side, the progressive side of the party, because that's the future of the Democrat Party. You can see the crossroads that we're at. I tell you, there is nobody that works harder than Donald J. Trump. There is nobody that campaigns harder than Donald J. Trump. There is nobody with more energy or more stamina than Donald J. Trump. And ladies and gentlemen, with your help in 11 days to get everybody out to vote, you're going to elect Bill Hagerty as your United States Senator. You're going to re-elect all these legislators to the State House and the State Senate. I'd appreciate your vote. And Donald J. Trump will be re-inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, in this country, as long as we still have the leadership that we have, we can say this to all of you all. May God bless the United States of America, and may God bless you all. Thank you very much.